Hello everybody, this is Simon Clark from Trade with Precision, discussing some of my key markets of interest right now. Now, before we take a look at any new markets, let's do a quick recap on the markets that I was discussing last time. The first one here being crude oil. The market was just coming up to the $50 level, and I was looking for the market to have a little bit of consolidation here around the $50 level, and the fact that it was such a key price point on this market. Fundamentally, the market is supported to the long side, so I like the continuation of this market higher, and I was looking for sort of a move. If 50 could get broken, I was looking for a move up here towards the sort of $60 level. In fact, if we come and take a look at the market here on a daily chart, we can see that we got that sort of consolidation over a number of days around that $50 level. So we got the consolidation that we expected. Now we've got the breakthrough, and looks like the market is strong for a move long, and I'm looking for continued movement to the upside. The other market that we were looking at was Great British Pound against the US dollar. So if we come and take a look at the market here, at the time, let me just put this back onto the weekly. At the time, the market had just broken this level, which is just under the 1.3000 area, where the market had found support before. I was looking for continued weakness in Great British Pound pairs across the board, and specifically here on cable. Now the market's continued to move down. We've retested this, or come down to test this 1.2000 level, and the market still looks weak across many of its trading partners. So for me, what I'm looking for here is just continued opportunities, buying or selling pullbacks in this market, continuing to look for weak prices in Great British Pound. Now let's take a look at a new market this week, and if we come along, take a look at the German DAX. Now, the German DAX, like a lot of the European indices, certainly having a little bit of a tough time of it from a fundamental perspective. They've certainly got enough news out there to be worrying the markets, not least with the potential, or the fact now that one of the states is now leaving the EU, namely the UK, and also we've got other pending troubles, such as the troubles with Deutsche Bank and the liquidity in there too. So there's certainly enough potential fundamentals out there to worry the German market, but from a technical perspective, it's still continuing to look pretty strong. And I think the major sort of focus here is going to be on, certainly in the near term, it's going to be on the strength of China, and then after that we're going to be focusing on the US elections and any potential sort of impact on the US elections may have on the markets. So taking a look at the DAX here from a technical perspective, what I like about this, if we can open this up on the weekly, is that the market's found support here around the 9,000 level. We tested lows here a couple of times since we've had the sort of more recent low here tested just above 9,000. We've now started to get a new uptrend forming in the market. So we've got the technical perspective of an uptrend. We've also got convergence on the indicators as well, just meaning that the price moves are supported and we haven't got any disparity there. So I like the DAX here strong, as long as we can get the sort of fundamentals supporting it. So the main ones that we're going to be looking at is news from China over the next couple of days. We've got GDP numbers coming out in China. If they are again supportive of strong China economy, that's likely to have a positive impact on many of the indices and stocks globally in those big indexes. So we could see a support here fundamentally to the long side, and you know, a break above this level here, we could start to see a move up here back towards the highs up here towards 12,000. I think it might take a while to get up here to this sort of level, but we certainly can be looking at sort of bullish prices as this trend continues. Now the next one, if we come and take a look at gold. Now gold, just like many of the other instruments that we're looking at the moment, they're going to be focusing on the strength of the Chinese economy. Now gold is very much a risk on, risk off instrument. It's treated as sort of a safe haven. So if the news from China, the fundamental news out of China, is positive, and we've got evidence of strength in the economy in China, then that's likely to have positive impacts for stocks around the globe, but it's likely to have sort of restrictions on growth here, or upward movement, too much upward movement here in gold. Now gold here, from a technical perspective, has started a new downtrend on the weekly chart. So we've got lower highs and lower lows forming here. We've got it supported, the move supported by convergence here on the indicators as well. So when I take a look here at gold, what I'm starting to look at is the fact that if we get continued bullish news for stocks, this could have a bearish impact here on gold, which could continue or support this downtrend to continue lower. So taking a look at the downtrend that we have here, we've just had a very big sell-off a couple of weeks ago in gold. So a reasonable pullback would be quite reasonable. Now taking a look at the market structure here, if we just sort of zoom out, we can see that we've got a very strong level here around 1,300. Very strong key level in gold. So a bit of a pullback into that area would be very nice to look for positions to be getting short, to get positioned, to be able to trade the downtrend for the next leg of the move. Talking about target levels where the market may eventually sort of move to, we can sort of see down here we've probably not got an awful lot in the way until we start to come down here towards the sort of 1,000 level. There's certainly quite a long, just a bit of congestion here where the market's tested this level a few times before, and that's quite a reasonable move to the short side, and certainly lots of opportunities to be able to take advantage of that on lower time frames. So these are the markets that I'm keeping a close eye on over the next sort of couple of weeks. Certainly hope you find it useful, and look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.